ball transferred very quickly to Davy Provan. McLeod. Celtic captain Danny McGrain. A hold of anticipation as Tommy Buns moves on to the ball. Phil Buns coming forward, taking that ball from McGarvey. McGrain. Waiting for movement ahead. It comes from Sullivan, but back towards the halfway line. McGrain showing lovely skills this early in the match. Paul Clark for Kilmarnock. Now it's McGarvey. McLeod. Burns available once again. Provan signalling in the middle, but no chance to get the ball over. Here's McCluskey. Still being forced out by the tight marking of the Kilmarnock defence. Here's Burns. Trying to get to the byline. Policed all the way though by Ian Gibson. The goal kick to Kilmarnock. McDicken and McGarvey. And pushing by McDicken, says referee Brian Robertson. Sullivan would like to take this one quickly, but waits for some movement ahead. McCullough looking anxious. Same for McGarvey to turn. Now Provan to the byline. Cut back, it must be a goal for Celtic, and that one cleared there off the line. The header from Murdo McLeod. And that building up from the free kick by Sullivan to McGarvey. To Provan, the cut back headed powerfully by McLeod and just wide. And a corner kick to Celtic. Now here's Sullivan, the pressure still on the Kilmarnock defence. And a good dummy by Robertson, cleared up the danger. That's Burke challenging McLeod. The break goes though to Tommy Burns. McGarvey trying to get clear of McLean on the far side. Ian Gibson stepping in. That's a tough challenge indeed. That's straight Tan Burns going in. Bobby Street showing a lot of courage after a couple of leg breaks in his career, spanning times at Aberdeen and Montrose. Fine goal scorer. John Burke on his own, a lot of room there to find Ian Gibson. There's Robertson, closed down by Provan. Burke with the layoff, here's Kearney, and that's good play by Roy Aiken in the first instance, interpreting Adam very well. Tom McAdam clearing it up. Alan Robertson with the shot, Jordy Crammond. Sullivan challenging. There's one in for Burke. Magnificent header, and that was a great chance for Bobby Street. The cross from Robertson, the nod down from John Burke, and Bobby Street perhaps didn't realise just how much time he had with that chance on the 6-yard line. Fine kick by Bonner, but well won by Clark. Snedden leaping over Joe Kearney. Crammond's throw. That's McAdam challenging fiercely on John Burke. The foot raised a little high, says referee Robertson. His right arm signifying an indirect free kick. Referee spoken to by Provan for Crammond to take this kick. The big men up. There's Paul Clark. That's a good effort. Here's George McCluskey. Crammond racing back. Still McCluskey with Sullivan taking over. It's a fine ball. That's screened there by McGarvey. Headed home by the McLeod. Oh, it's picked up by Alan McCulloch, but there appeared to be perhaps a little bit of pushing in that box. Watch this one come over. It's Frank McGarvey leaning very strongly on the 6-yard line, setting up that chance. And perhaps justice done by that save from McCulloch. McGarvey's header. George McCluskey. McGarvey McCluskey beginning to dovetail nicely. That's a fine ball towards Sullivan. And the ball bobbling just at the last moment to come off the lower part of Sullivan's shin. But that's McGarvey and McCluskey setting up the move. A fine ball through to Sullivan. And a little bit unfortunate there as that ball just bounces as he goes to strike it. Stuart McLean showing a lot of confidence there, but the throw-in goes to Celtic. McGrain takes it. Here's McGarvey with Paul Clark. Provan going over to the left for Celtic. Former Kilmarnock player, of course, that's why you hear the boos. Now it's McGrain. That's not a bad effort. And Alan McCulloch seemed to see that one rather late. He went down at the last minute there. And Danny McGrain, obviously anxious to get his name in the score sheet early in the season. That's McAdam and Burke once again. The little nudge from McAdam, spotted immediately by referee Robertson. Giving Kilmarnock captain Alan Robertson the chance to wait for the arrival of Derek McDicken in the Celtic penalty area. That's for McDicken, but McGrain's in first. Provan now to McGarvey. A break by Frank McGarvey. He's got support from McCluskey on his left. Stuart McLean's the only man back. Now it's McCluskey. And a fine save from Alan McCulloch. Excellent goalkeeping. And the Kilmarnock defence totally exposed there as McGarvey broke clear, taking it from Provan. He always had support from McCluskey. Stuart McLean trying to keep both attackers in front of him. And Alan McCulloch forced eventually to make a fine save for Kilmarnock. Here's Provan for Celtic. Alan Snedden on the overlap. Comes off McGarvey's shoulder. Now Sullivan. McGarvey again. Wriggling inside. 1-2 with McCluskey. That's a great tackle by Paul Clark. Now it's Provan changing the point of attack. Here's McGrain. McLeod on his outside. And that one comes off the powerful frame of Paul Clark. A corner kick to Celtic. Under McLeod taking up intelligent position on the far side. Burns with the corner shot. McGrain, Burns again towards the near post. Crammond's there to clear for Kilmarnock. Now Danny McGrain. Throw to Tommy Burns. Now McLeod. Sullivan. McLeod looking for Provan. Picked up low by Mocklin. There's McDicken. Good ball finding Mocklin, who's wandered to the Kilmarnock left for the first time. Crammond supporting. That's Street on the far side, looking for Burke. McAdam can't afford to wait for Pat Bonner. Good ball by McCluskey, finds Burns. Good refereeing, referee waving advantage rule. McGarvey, McCluskey. Great run from Sullivan. That's a magnificent goal from Dom Sullivan. A superb goal. Look at the delight on Dom Sullivan's face. And right well he deserves those congratulations. It started with a fine piece of refereeing by Brian Robertson. He may well have given a free kick. He allowed the advantage rule as Burns broke clear. A fine piece of play involving McGarvey and McCluskey. And Dom Sullivan's finishing shot leaving Alan McCulloch totally helpless. Celtic 1. 29 minutes gone. And a fine goal for Celtic to try to overcome the problems they had at Rugby Park last season when they failed to win in both league visits. Sullivan looking for McGarvey. Oh, McGarvey showing great courage. And that is a magnificent goal by Frank McGarvey. His first goal of the season. And that quite simply is a tribute to his courage. Just look at McGarvey going in to challenge the huge figure of Paul Clark. He did that superbly, but that was nothing on the finish, showing tremendous composure. And that's the Celtic second goal in 30 seconds. So Kilmarnock, who had done so well in the opening period of the match, now facing a very difficult uphill struggle. Hammond's free kick to Kearney. A cloud busting through. That's Snedden. That's Sullivan. Lovely 1-2 with McCluskey. Oh, and the Celtic side is now right on song. And Alan McCulloch must be wondering what's hit him on these last few moments. That's Clark down to Robertson. A loose ball though, McAdam. Robertson making amends, but Snedden steps in. McGarvey finding Sullivan. Now it's McCluskey. And a very important challenge indeed by Stuart McLean. McCullough's kick. That's booked. Bring on the Rangers, say the Celtic supporters. That's 7 days ahead, and there's still a lot of work to be done here at Rugby Park first. McGrain going forward. Auckland's challenge adjudged unfair, and Liverpool Kilmarnock midfield player unhappy about that. McGrain and Burns over the free kick. Now it's Burns. Cut off by McLean. Here post ball for McGarvey. And Frank McGarvey now winning his place in the hearts of the Celtic supporters. With a very fine match indeed. That's Rowan back to Burns. Good tackle by Bobby Street. Taken quickly. Here's Provan back to Burns. McDickin heading out. That's Burke. It's a bad ball picked up by Snedden. Sullivan on the overlap. Snedden trying one with his left foot. And by no means a bad effort by the Celtic fullback. Adams, dominant header with McCluskey. And that one's just behind McGarvey. Moughlan steps in. Chance now for Provan. Back to McGarvey. And that's goal number 3 for Celtic. Frank McGarvey's second goal of the match. And once again, George McCluskey's involved in the build-up. A fine move from Celtic, starting with that move from Provan to McGarvey. It goes out to George McCluskey. McGarvey is very strong on the ball, holds off the challenge, and with all the confidence in the world, strokes it behind Alan McCullough. Aiken looking for Street. Aiken wins it. Cloud leaving it for Burns. Cramond's tackle. It's Clark's header down to his co-central defender, Derek McDicken. Robertson's pass finds Burke. Now it's Cramond. A fine chance for Street. And that's a great save by Pat Bonner. The first real piece of action he's been involved in. And he reacts superbly. A good build-up. Cramond coming forward. Finding Bobby Street. A fine shot. And an excellent save by Bonner. So the corner kick to Kilmarnock. Bobby Street. There's McDicken underneath that one. Loaded out. Was it a push? The shot by Mauchline, and that's McGrain off the line. Sullivan available. A little bit ambitious there. Cramond steps in. McLean finds Burke. Good little head flick. Kearney now, perhaps Kilmarnock's final chance of the first half. Cut off by McLeod. Cramond finds McDicken. Now it's Gibson. McLean on the Kilmarnock left. Gibson once again. And there goes the half-time whistle. A superb first half for Celtic. There's the man who opened the scoring, Dominic Sullivan. And 2 goals after that from this man, Frank McGarvey, justifying that £300,000 transfer from Liverpool, leaving the field a happy man. So it's Kilmarnock to restart the match. Probably still reeling from that 6-minute spell in the first half in which they lost 3 goals. That's Kearney turning it back now. Gibson, Laughlin. John Burke had just stolen too far forward there. Robertson's header. Gibson again. Now it's Cramond. Roy Aiken stepping in to rob Bobby Street. Tony Burns. There's McGarvey, but the flag is up on the far side. And that's the first offside of the second half. Frank McGarvey, the victim. Little Gordon Cramond. Chance for Gibson. And a fine tackle too by Roy Aiken. Deflecting the ball back to Bonner in the Celtic goal. Danny McGrain. McLeod. Run again from Sullivan, that's cut off by Clark. There's McGarvey, a foot raised very high indeed. And a free kick to Celtic. That foot did seem to come in a little bit high. Giving Celtic an early chance to set up an attack. Here's Burns with Provan going in the overlap. Back to McLeod. Tremendous effort! And that's swept away by McDicken. What a magnificent shot it was. Look at the run on the outside from Davy Provan, giving Burns the space to play it square towards McLeod. And look at that right foot shot. Dickett wins that. There's Burns. Nicholas once again. McLeod. McGrain. Nicholas has space. Chance to show his shooting power. Trying a delicate one. Still going forward. And that one just scraping wide of Kilmarnock's right-hand post. And a tremendous round of applause for Charlie Nicholas. It looked as though he was trying to find room to have a shot from 25 yards, then tried to work the deep little 1-2, carried on through with the break of the ball, and almost brought joy, or more joy, to the Celtic supporters.